Alright, time for another Venture guy. This time we are inside, I believe, the Copperbell Mines. I'm not really sure. Yeah, Copperbell Mines. There we go. It's kind of cool. They had that little whole Tales from the Crypt like intro thing going on. It would have been cool if the Crypt Keeper was in here, but he's not that I know of anyway. Let's see. I'm on my Lancer. It looks like we have let's see, Marauder, and he's a Thaumatage, and I'm trying to think. I think we have all White Mage as well. Yeah, so we're pretty much set. We got our tank, our DPS, and we got our heals. And I don't really see how this game can get any like more. I guess I don't know, party different, because I mean, I don't think there's going to be too many parties where you're not going to have a tank or anything. Although I do have a video on that. I have a video where I basically kited the whole enemies like with my archer. And you know what? I think I'm going to put that video up next. Because that video right there is pretty interesting. It's the same, I think it's the same run, but it's like me basically kiting all the enemies and all the bosses. And somehow I survived. I think I died one time though. That's only because it was my first time in here. But yeah. Pretty much so far so good. Like as far as us getting through this mines, like first room, killing the trash. Let's see what else we got in here. We got a big giant door. A blasting door. It's sealed. But we got a key. A tiny key. We got one. Let's see, that big old elevator right here. Let's see what's upstairs. Rather, let's see what's up on the next floor, because there are no stairs. I guess he's kind of bored. I remember I did play a Thaumatage. I think I'm saying that right, but I played one of those classes in I forget which beta it was, and that class is pretty cool. But I was kind of turned off from the class because after seeing the archer be able to like move around and do all this like wild casting and stuff, I thought like that was kind of unfair. I mean, as a mage, it kind of makes sense that you're gonna be concentrating your spell. You can't be jumping around like a ninja or anything, but still, not all your spells require you to focus like 24/7, right? So I don't know. I also found it a little bit more of a challenge playing a Thaumatage, because basically doing boss fights, like you have your story story class line, and in the story class line there'll be moments where you fight bosses. You're not really a tank, you can't take that much damage, so you have to like rely more on strategy, and you have to sleep the boss, build back some mana, heal yourself up, and then hit them, try to nuke them down as fast as you can, save enough mana to sleep the boss again, and go from there. I got a video of that, and I think I might post that a little bit later on. I got so many videos, it's kind of like hard to decide on which one to post up first. In my head I had an order which I was gonna go, but basically just whatever I feel like posting. Sometimes I might want to slow it down and put up a slow video. Sometimes I might just want to put up like something with a little bit more content. Like I kind of like want to put up these boss runs, just get them out the way and get them off my hard drive. But yeah, it's pretty much Lancer so far. I've been trying to stick with it. I've been sticking with it. I finally get Dragoon, as you guys probably saw in my other video, and the Dragoon has made it a little bit more fun. I got like my super jump on people's heads, so pulling on Super Mario, and the little backflip he does, the animation he does as he flips off of the enemy's head. It's pretty cool. Although, alright, this is my one gripe with Lancer / well, so far where I'm at in Dragoon. I want some AoE. I want like ground, like I want to jump up in the air, come down, slam on the ground, and then hit like maybe like 3 or 4, maybe 5 enemies. Whoever's in the area. I want an AoE where I can do a Dragoon jump, come down, and hit the enemies. And how that would be cool if you can add like a different like type of element to it as well. Because if you guys watch that fight against Fall Quest, he had the little, I guess like he jumped on his lance and he went up in the air, and when he came down with the lance, it had the little frost circle, which does AoE. It slows the enemy down and it puts dots on them. Now that was pretty cool. Why can't Dragoon get a move like that? I mean, do they have a move like that higher up? That would be kind of cool. I mean, there's a lot of stuff I want to see Dragoon actually do. I mean, they don't have to be like the best, but I mean, I know they're pretty good at doing damage to single targets. I mean, they're higher risk, high reward type class where you're gonna run out of TP, but you're gonna do a whole bunch of damage. You're gonna burn down the enemy. The one thing about it though, I'm kind of wondering how that's gonna work in PvP, because you're really not. You're not that durable. You're actually pretty squishy as a Lancer / Dragoon. They might can dish it out, but they're kind of like say if this is a fighting game, they'll be the Akuma of the game. They can dish it out. They can't take it for nothing like glass cannons. So, and I think I should have been on the side of this big giant ogre, because I think I do more damage from the side. There's only one attack that Lancer / I guess early level Dragoon has, and that's Impulse Driver, I believe it is, and that's from the back, and it does more damage. But yeah, most of the time when I'm fighting, you probably see me fighting behind the enemy, just because these early videos I just didn't understand about the whole flanking to the side. I mean, that's different. I mean, not many games actually tell you to stand to the side and hit your enemies. And most of the time, either you're in front or you're in back, and most of the time that's the tank in front and everybody else is in the back, so they don't get hit by any kind of splash damage. So, and I remember back in the day with that's one class I do miss, Thieves. Back in the day when they had Thieves in the game, they would do a sneak attack, and then they'll do it hiding behind the tank, and the tank will take out the aggro. That was pretty cool, man. I miss Thieves. I'm kind of wondering if they're gonna bring Thieves back into the Final Fantasy universe, because the classes they got now are pretty cool, but there's still the Musketeers that they gotta bring, and I was actually really hoping that the Musketeers were gonna be in at launch, but Square Enix, they want to make some money, and they're kind of losing money right now because they can't even sell the copies of the digital version of this game. So that kind of sucks for people who want to play the game but can't get in. But they're doing a big giant update tonight, so we'll see if anything gets fixed. Hopefully it does, 'cause I'm getting tired of hitting 0, just sitting there and hitting 0. I got off work and I wanted to play some Final Fantasy. A man works all day, want to come home, play some Final Fantasy, but nope, can't play Final Fantasy. And I'm getting left behind. My link shell is getting up there in levels, and they're damn near at almost 50. Yeah, I pretty much I just wanna play. You pay your money and you wanna play. And I mean, the cool thing about it, Square Enix is gonna give everybody an extra 7 days for the people who actually bought the game and registered it before a certain date, which I don't remember. But yeah, Square Enix, they should have known this was gonna happen. Yeah, Final Fantasy 14 1.0 did kind of suck to most people. There was people who actually stayed with it and they got rewarded for doing that, but they should have known from beta that this game was going to be pretty popular. I'm pretty sure we had the same problem in I think beta 4 open beta. Towards the end of it, nobody can get on. They started getting all these bugs and stuff. I mean, yeah, that might have been kind of late, but they did see the numbers for the other betas. There was a lot of people playing in these betas, and they should have did a little survey to see how many people were actually buying it. I mean, that probably would have took a little bit more manpower. They would have had to call a lot of places, but I mean, it's just kind of silly that the servers got this jacked up. And it's not just America, it's the European servers, and I mean even some of the Japanese servers. But I think it's a Japanese server just because a lot of American players and European players went over to Japan and jacked their servers up too. So nah, I just think there was a better way to actually prepare for this. So whatever, it's in the past, and hopefully they do fix it. A lot of people want to play this game and they're getting kind of fed up, but they should just be patient. I'm trying to be as patient as I can. You know, I am calm guy, but you know, it's only so much a gamer can take if you're actually paying out of pocket. But they are giving us some money. Well, they're not giving us some money. They are giving us some free days. So the only thing about it though, I will say I'm a little disappointed in the Mog Station because the Mog Station jacked up my collector's edition, and now I'm stuck with a regular standard edition. I'm gonna try to get Square Enix to fix that though. Yeah, there I go. I was rambling on. Pretty much back into the game. Not really much going on. We're just basically just tanking and spanking. I did play Marauder up to 15. Marauder is actually a pretty cool class. You definitely feel the difference after playing Marauder and then going and playing like a faster class like the Pugilist or either Lancer, because the animation speed is just so much faster in those classes. But I have to say, when a Marauder hits, he hits pretty damn hard. Like, he actually takes a chunk out of that ass. I mean, ain't no band-aid gonna fix that shit. But yeah, Dragoon. You know what I miss about Dragoon? I mean, they got pretty much like a lot of stuff from the old game, but I do miss the little ravens that were flying around, mini dragons. Those guys are actually pretty cool, and I hope they bring those guys back, because the summoners got their pets, and I kind of like Dragoons didn't have pets in the old games like that. Although I think which Final Fantasy was that where the Dragoon actually was riding on a dragon? He'll jump all the way up in the air, and then he'll come down with like his little super jump. But he also had the super jump that jumped on multiple opponents, and that was pretty fucking cool. I want an AoE attack so bad with my Dragoon. I want a jump where I can jump on like multiple enemies and then get back to the ground. Either jump, or I jump up in the air and I hit the ground and boom, just like it just blows everything up on the screen. That would be cool. That's my only gripe right now with my my Lancer / Dragoon. He doesn't have any AoE attacks. And I'm just wondering, does it get any better? I mean, I looked at the move list, but I want to see the moves in action. Oh yeah, and I think there was a move where he was on top of a dragon and stuff like that. But yeah, the little mini dragons, I want them back, because it made you feel pretty cool to be a Dragoon back in the day. That and the cool looking armor. Although the armor looks a lot cooler now than it did back in the day. Either or, I like the way you can dye your different armor too, so not every Dragoon is gonna be looking the same. Even if you have like Artifact 1 armor, I wonder if it's gonna be Artifact 2 armor like in the old days. Man, I can't wait. I can't wait to get up in level. But I'm kind of teetering a little bit, man. I'm teetering towards like leveling up my archer again, because I kind of really did like archer. I don't want to be a bard, because I don't think bards play a huge role in this game. I think I haven't really heard like too many people talk about bard songs like they did back in the day. So I got to do a little bit more research on that. I think playing a bard would be pretty cool, because you're always going to be needed in a party for your songs, your ballads, and you're also going to be another DPS class, so you can be support and DPS at the same time. And you have heals from leveling up White Mage, I believe. Is it White Mage? You gotta use, I'm not really sure. Man, I gotta do some research on that. But yeah, I think it might be Lancer. Huh. That'll make my job 10 times easier if it is Lancer, because my archer is already level 15. Alright, we're getting the fire sand. I remember fire sand from the old one too. It's cool that like in the Final Fantasy games they kind of like bring back a lot of stuff that you kind of knew, and I kind of like that. I mean, games that keep like things consistent. I like that a lot. Okay, it's time for a mini boss fight. Not really a boss fight. These guys are pretty much chumps and pushovers. Yeah, these These guys are not gonna pose a threat. You see, we're pretty much like either one or two shotting these guys. And if that mage really wanted to, like, you know, finish him off, he'll do his AoE attacks. He'll probably kill his mana, but we can pretty much like blast through this in no time. He just like did huge AoE attacks. Remember, as my archer, I was doing the little arrow attack that like spreads all over the place. I think that move is pretty cool. It's kind of weak though, but it looks cool as hell. Oh, there goes another one. One thing I do like about my lancer is like being able to throw that lance, because it's kind of like I don't really have any, I guess, like distant attacks besides like the jump and you know, that lance throw. That lance throw really does do pretty well. Yeah, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. He's putting in some AoE attacks. I also noticed at the very top that the top left up there under the limit break, you have the different like vitality, dexterity, intelligence, and strength. Now I wonder if that is a buff to the whole party. I mean, I see it up there, and I'm thinking it is a buff to the whole party, but I'm kind of like wondering like how big of a buff it is. And also, it kind of makes you wonder because there's 2 more slots. It's like this game has a system that's bigger, like you can put like more people in your party, but I don't think, like, you know, it's light party right now, so you can probably only have like 4 people. I want a bigger party. I want to see like, you know, maybe 5 or 6 people in a party, maybe 8 people in a party. That'd be freaking awesome. So I can't wait to get like into the later game and like you know, get the party of like, you know, a bigger party of people and like fight some of those harder battles, because I've seen some of the harder battles. I've seen like Odin's pretty darn tough, and he's like, you know, out there in the open. He just shows up in certain areas and destroys everything. And then you got Titan, who's pretty cool. I can't wait to fight him. Titan looks pretty freaking awesome. Alright, I'll get some gear. I guess I gotta see what kind of gear it is. Alright, already into the next battle. But yeah, a lot of these early dungeons are basically just like introduction dungeons to, like, you know, just different enemies and just alternative to like grinding out there in fates and missions and stuff like that. I wouldn't say any of these dungeons here are actually pretty hard. But they're pretty darn fun though. I kind of miss the old style of doing limit breaks though, because now, I mean, you get your limit break and you build up for it, and it's more like a Street Fighter type of, like, you know, super move. But I kind of miss the one where, you know, a certain person does, like, you know, one attack, and then that person, the next person who does the attack will make an even bigger attack, and at the very end you get like this huge, like, you know, attack that you can only do if everybody put their combos together. That's freaking awesome. So I'm hoping they bring that back too. I mean, I know they got this new limit break system, but the old limit breaks are pretty cool. And the old limit breaks didn't cost you like any meat or anything. You just, you know, did them. Another thing that feels weird now is that this game has like dungeons like, you know, World of Warcraft, Rift, and, you know, other MMOs that are out there now. But back in the day, we used to all go into an instant, you know, dungeon and have like 1 million people in there, Japanese and American players all together on the same servers. And you know, you guys are all find your own little, I guess, like camping ground, and you'll send the thief out or either the archer out to actually like pull the enemy back to the party. Oh man, that was, I mean, even though that was a grind fest, that was pretty fucking fun back in the 90s. I was at was that early 2000s? I can't remember. It's been so long, man. But Final Fantasy 11, even though it was a pain to solo, like, you know, stuff in there, it was a pretty fun experience. I played Dragoon, I played Red Mage, I played Black Mage, I played Dark Knight. I have to say Red Mage and Dragoon were my mains, and all the other classes after that, Ninja, Beastmaster, those are all like classes I played just to kill time. It would be kind of cool to see, I don't know, it would be kind of cool to see Beastmaster come back. I definitely see Beastmaster being a cool class in this game. Any class would be cool, to be honest though. I mean, I'm really waiting for Musketeer, but ain't no telling when they're gonna add that class. Maybe around early next year or spring. I mean, the guild is already pretty much in the game. They just need to add the actual class. And I'm kind of wondering, like, since we don't have to like really worry about like making ammo anymore, because in the old days of Final Fantasy 11, you had to make everything. You made your weapons, you made your armor, you made ammo for your guns. If you was a Corsair, I think that's how you pronounce it. But you also made like, you know, arrows for your archer. Oh man, samurai class. What the hell happened to samurai class, man? Samurais were awesome back in the day. They could combo off their own combo attacks. Man, there's like so many different classes in Final Fantasy universe that they can actually put in this game and make it like 10 times better than what it is. This is a good start. The game has a really great storyline. I mean, dare I say, the storyline is the best one that I've seen in a Final Fantasy MMO. I mean, Final Fantasy 11 had some moments, but you know, it kind of like got to be kind of long and drawn out most of the time. In this game, when you get some storyline, it doesn't, you know, I don't know, it doesn't take as long to get into the story, and you know, it's basically a story you would probably see in an anime or something. And from what I've seen, the story does have an ending. I haven't watched it yet. I just saw somebody on YouTube already posted that they beat the game and got the final ending, so that's gonna be kind of cool. Plus the art style in this game is pretty awesome. Yeah, this is where basically once you go into this battle right here, there's gonna be this little green mucus looking blob right over there, and what you want to do is try to get him to follow the tank. Nobody else should, like, you know, be attacking the green blob, and you're gonna push the little like blast thing. But first you gotta get the sand over here though, so you go and get the powder, and when you get the, you know, little powder, aka fire sand, you hit the little switch in the middle over here. Man, I just said nobody should be attacking him. Look, I'm attacking this guy. I guess I'm attacking just to, you know, kill some time, because I'm about to hit that switch over there. Okay. I'm putting all the slows and debuffs on him, and get ready to hit the switch. So as soon as you hit the switch, it's gonna cause one of these like these bombs to come up, and what the bomb is gonna do is gonna like try to attack people. After a while, the blasting cap is gonna like actually, like, you know, just go into explosion mode. There you go. You don't want to stand in it. You just want to like let it blow up the little blob right there. Once it blows up the blob, it's gonna break it into, like, you know, 2 blobs, as you just saw. I'm just kind of explaining the obvious, but basically, yeah, keep on doing that. And you hit the switch again, and another blasting cap comes out. Now, okay, there is going to be moments where a Spriggan's going to pop up, and a Spriggan's going to try to destroy the blast cap before you guys can even, like, you know, see, it just happened. The Spriggan will destroy the blasting cap before it can blow up. That's going to prolong the fight. My first time in here, which you guys will probably see in the other video with the archer, we did horrible at this, man. Like, you know, it was beta, and nobody knew, you know, what was going on. We just kind of knew that we kept hitting this switch, and these things kept popping up, and they would, like, one guy would go down and get blown up, the other guy would go down and get blown up. I'm like, yo, what the hell is going on? And then we realized that every time, like, we had that bomb up, either we was getting attacked by Spriggans, or it was just, like, you know, getting surprised by the little red radius. Alright, so these guys, these little green guys, are still pretty much invincible, so it's gonna take one more bomb explosion to, you know, take them out. So we'll do this, and we'll just make sure that the Spriggan doesn't get his way this time like he did last time. There he goes. Alright, and once this blows, hopefully everybody gets out the way of the radius. There you go. Oh, the tank got hit. Well, he's a tank, so he's all good. Now we can burn these guys down. Yeah. See how easy that was? Man, I love those the mage spells. Alright. Yeah, still gotta get sand and all the other good stuff. So they'll hit the switch, they'll blow up the wall, and I'll check out the goods, and pretty much nothing for me. So I'm just gonna hit greed because, you know, even though I can't use, oh shit, I just won something. Alright. Alright, so that thermatage put like one of the monsters to sleep, so it'll be less damage, but you shouldn't like even worry about it because our Marauder just doesn't give a damn. He's just gonna like keep on doing his AoE attacks, so you keep on keeping that hate. Because I don't know if Marauder had a taunt in beta. I know in the real game, Marauders do not have taunts at this level, so they gotta like keep the damage up, and they have to do that AoE attack to keep the damage, like, you know, coming towards them. It's so easy to get damage off of the Marauder if he's not doing an AoE attack, because as Archer you're always going to be attacking, and any range class can pretty much take aggro away if the Marauder or, you know, whoever is not, like, you know, doing enough damage to keep the attention of the enemy. Marauders can have it tough sometimes. I think like gladiators actually have a taunt. I guess like if you was to play a gladiator, that'd be like one of the reasons to do it. And like for Marauder to get that taunt, that would be awesome. Alright. I'm gonna finish this off. I think we're pretty much gonna kill everything in this little cavern, so we can just get, you know, all the experience points. Plus, I think there's a little checklist down there. Oh, ain't nowhere here now. These little things. I used to think these things were tougher than this in other Final Fantasy games. I guess not. I can't remember the Final Fantasy game I first saw these things in. I'm kind of wondering. Oh. Got my slow. Yeah. So attacking from the side, it does seem like I do a little bit more damage. Oh, and there go the mage pulled off the aggro a moment ago. Without really even trying. He's hitting pretty damn hard though. There I go, talking to my guild. Actually, that's my link shield. No, they're the same thing. We turned the link shield into an actual like grand company, so it's kind of cool that you can do that. Got some armor. No, I know we're fighting. I'm looking at armor. It's amazing that the rock can jump over and just throw that big ass axe. Oh, right behind him, you got a big giant. A big giant. Wow. Nah, he's not that big. He's not as big as the one we're gonna fight at the very end. I remember these guys in Final Fantasy XI. There was the different halls of like these big giant like ogre looking guys, and they had like different ones. And the ones that had the weapons like this were like the notorious ones, and those were always the ones that were fun to fight. Like you'd have like a lot of people, like random people, just like fighting them and whatnot. And those are good times, man. Love going through a fight, you know, your party and going through and fighting all the different notorious monsters all over the place. And they do have notorious monsters in this game. They're a little bit different than the notorious monsters in the old game. You want to know something else that I think would be kind of cool, just as a joke? I mean, they don't have to actually put it as a feature, but being able to scan an enemy and being like, this monster is too strong for your character to fight. That would be kind of cool. I remember back in the old games, you'll be fighting a squirrel and a squirrel would get the best of you. Shit was hard to kill in Final Fantasy XI by yourself. Especially if you was like, you know, class like Red Mage. Red Mage was great. They were the jack of all trades, but they weren't the best at really much of anything except for being the one guy that can give you refresh. And what's that one spell? Refresh was one of them, because refresh just basically gave you infinite mana almost. They need to bring that back. That'd be kind of cool, because any mage would want that. I wonder if they have a spell like that in this game. Alright, well, like we made it to the boss character. Yeah, pretty cool looking set of armor for a big old giant. Alright, here we go. And basically just explaining to these guys that you don't want to let there's going to be some ads. Basically what he's going to do in the beginning, you're going to start fighting him, and he's going to run towards the wall over there. Once he starts running towards the wall, he's going to try to break it. So you got to attack him as much as you can to get him to stop breaking the wall. If he does manage to break the wall, eventually he will break one of the walls. A whole bunch of other ogres are going to like start running out, and it's going to become kind of horrible, because then they're going to start breaking down the other walls, and you know, shit's just going to get crazy. So yeah, it kind of reminds me when I first started fighting this, I was actually watching a anime slash, it was a manga as well, called Attack on Titans. And I don't know the Japanese name for it, but in Attack on Titans, the Titans will basically try to ransack, like, you know, the different like walls, and they break down the walls, and when they get in, they just basically start slaughtering like all the people in the village, or in that little district area or whatever, until they get to the next wall and do the same exact thing. And it's not like these giants need to eat or anything. It's basically kill to kill, which is kind of scary. But enough of that. I don't really know how I started rambling on about that. Yeah, we're taking a minute to, I guess, like get our priorities straight, and make sure the tank knows what to do. This battle really isn't that hard if you have a tank. And this time we have a tank, so yeah, we'll be fine. And we go in, we're gonna I'm gonna start doing all my stuff from the back, and you know, if he can keep the attention of this guy, we pretty much got this down pat, because when he starts to go over there, we're gonna burn him down, and then we're gonna go over there and burn the ass too. See, there he goes, he's starting to run. Nope, he's not running yet. He's actually trying to beat up one of the mages. That tank's doing a hell of a good job, man. He is barely taking any damage, but this is the part where he starts to run. And you can use a stun on this guy too, as well, if he was doing his cone attacks, or you just want to stop him for a few seconds. The cone, I mean not the cone, the stun attack does work on bosses. So just kind of try to keep him in check. But there go one of the ads right there. We gotta stop him. It's kind of hard to stop, but that dude is out, man. Oh, here comes the boss character. Alright. The bad thing about it though, just because we took that ad down doesn't mean that there's not any more ads coming. Yeah, see, there goes the next one right there. And we're doing a pretty good job of keeping them away from the wall, keeping them from breaking the wall. Alright, so back in the boss, attack the boss whenever we get a chance. Just to try to get them killed before the walls are completely broken. Let's see if I can stun him. Yeah, that's because I think later on I started trying to save my stuns for the ads, just so they couldn't do any attacking on the wall. Alright, so I got a couple of dots on them. As you're watching, it's basically rinsing and repeating. Just basically burning everything down. I don't know if the big giant ogre right here can. I don't know if he can break down the wall if he does a swing to it. We never really noticed. Oh, there we go. We're doing pretty good. We're almost done. I wonder who he's trying to attack, because the tank is over there. I guess he's trying to attack one of the mages. I don't know. He's back on the tank. There we go. Yeah, one thing, man. This big ass ogre got some hit points. I'm basically still trying to get keep fracture and venomous poison on them. I'm hitting these things with slow, that way their cast times for their swings to be a little bit slower. You know, I actually think this game would never have a red mage, just because so many of the characters in this game have abilities kind of similar to what the red mage was doing, like the slow and the poisons and stuff like that. All the characters have some type of debuff. think we should just focus on the boss character. He broke the wall down, but it was already too late. And in this video, things really did not get bad, so that was pretty cool. I guess see what this final item is, although I could just, you know, hit that little right tab and check it. And hit that with agree. And that's it. That's Copperbell Mines. I'll see you guys next time.